What's going on, everybody? Andrew Thompson here of the Andrew Thompson Interviews YouTube channel. Joining me today is the reigning PWX Pure Champion, Savannah Evans. We are back. The last time I interviewed her was last year. Savannah, how you doing?
I'm good, man. We were just talking. I couldn't believe it's been so long since the last time we talked. So we should have a lot to catch up on.
We sure do. So kind of give us a little recap of what's been going on in the career of Savannah Evans from last summer to where we are right now, as best as you can.
Man, since last summer, let me think. I did AEW Dark again. Yeah, me and Layla Hirsch. So that was really cool. I got a couple good things coming up, so I'm excited for everybody to see.
And I know you did Eddie Kingston's Grindhouse. You did a couple shows for that. How was that experience, and what was that like, kind of being in that sort of? It seems like it was more of like combat / wrestling / MMA type vibe type thing. So what was kind of like being in that experience?
Yeah, it definitely is more, it comes off more pure wrestling and more MMA. Like you said, more combat sport oriented. So I always like doing those shows, you know what I mean? The last one I worked Sadie Lee Moss on. And then the first one, I think it was the second Grindhouse show, but it was the first one for me. I worked Lindsay Snow. So I always like, being able to get in there and doing the Grindhouse shows. I hope there's more coming up, you know what I mean?
And, of course, me and you talked about before we started recording the AEW Dark spots that you had. I know you did a couple of them. What was it like kind of being at AEW, being at the backstage environment, and also reuniting with Big Swole? I'm pretty sure you saw her backstage somewhere.
Yeah, Big Swole. And actually, me and her just had that match at PWX a couple months ago. So, yeah, seeing her backstage at AEW, it's always great catching up with her because, we did come up in training together, like wrestling together. So it's always good to catch up with Swole. She when she's in the room, you know what I mean? She lights up that whole room.
And of course, you're defending the PWX title tonight that we're recording on. I believe it's the 24th, right? Today is 24th. Yeah. So she's defending the PWX title against Danny Jordan, who people have also seen on AEW Dark. Well, how much are you looking forward to that match, and what can people expect from the show tonight?
Yeah, another PWX Pure Championship match going against Danny Jordan of also AEW fame. You know what I mean? So this will be our second time wrestling for PWX. So I definitely want to give people more of what we did last time. Last time, I want to say it was 2019. We had a match on Pure, so we get to come back now in 2021. We both grown. We've both, matured and kind of, we got our own separate styles now. So I think that the fans will definitely appreciate, tonight. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And I know back in March, I know you had the opportunity to wrestle Jazz. I believe it. What was that like, man? Because everybody already knows what Jazz has put in. She's been in the business for I don't even know how long. It got to be 2 decades at this point. Yeah. She's done a lot, experienced a lot. She just came off the run with Impact. I think she's still with Impact, actually. She's still showing up on shows. But what is it like to kind of be in the ring with her and just have that kind of moment that she kind of, she said that she's on a retirement tour, and this is kind of like the last stretch of that, like this year. So, like, what was it kind of like to sort of be a part of that Jazz's retirement tour, basically?
It was one of those things that you want to happen. You're like, oh, you think it'll never happen. You know what I mean? But the fact that I was able to wrestle her on her retirement tour was the most special for me. You know what I mean? Because Jazz means a lot to our business, to our profession, to women's wrestling. You know what I mean? When she was coming out, people were like, oh, well, she wrestles like a dude. And it's like, well, why not? You know what I mean? So I always loved that she had the intensity and she always brought it, whether it was against the guys or against, the women. So being able to have the chance to wrestle her for me was amazing. And then especially in the year 2021, you know what I mean? Like, for me, it was special. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, for those of you who haven't seen it already, but some of the spoilers have gotten out. But as we're recording this hasn't the show hasn't aired yet. Savannah Evans did debut for Impact Wrestling. We all want to know how did that opportunity come about, and how much forward are you looking? How much forward are you looking to working with Tasha Steelz going forward?
Yeah, my whole thing is, we were back and forth a little bit with Impact, and I'm fine that it was. I'm glad it was able to finally happen, and I really can't wait for all the things that we're about to do at Impact. It's, I'm ready to mix it up with all of the knockouts because they do have a good division. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people sometimes I guess forget, how good those women are. Deonna Purrazzo had a great match with Thunder Rose at Slammiversary. Like, it was phenomenal. So I'm just excited to get in there and mix it up with those ladies.
And of course, Tasha Steelz was formerly working with Kiera Hogan. She announced that she's leaving Impact to going to pursue other things in her career. Just as far as that goes, you and Tasha Steelz, how do you kind of plan to differentiate the tag team that she had with Kiera versus what you guys have now?
Oh, you guys will see it. It won't even need like an explanation. Like, you'll notice the difference right away. And I look to do like some great things with her. I can't wait for everybody to see it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And as we wrap up here, one last question. It's kind of a cool one. You've been wrestling since about 2013, 2014, right?
14, yeah.
Have you ever had the chance to like sit back and really reflect on what you've done in this short period of time? Like, it's only been 7 years, and will you ever sit back and like really think about what you've done?
That is a great question, because until last year, until 2020, I felt like it was go, 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 and you don't have time to sit and think about, man, in this year I did this, or do you remember that time I did this? And it's just, 2020 was good that you got that reflection, you know what I mean? Wow, I really have come a long way, or look at my progress, and that kind of thing is invaluable, you know what I mean? So yes, 2020 there was a lot of downside to it, but at least we were able, I think a lot of people were able to reconnect with themselves. For me, it did give me that time to reflect. So I'm thankful for that.
It is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Andrew Thompson of the Andrew Thompson Interviews YouTube channel, signing off with the reigning PWX champion, Savannah Evans. And we are out. Peace.